Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight, the F&M leader calls for unity as the party ends its convention. More explanation as to why the Butler and Sands team pulled out. And more airlines expected to come into the Bahamas. To our news, I'm Kyle Joaquin. Thanks for joining us. Topping news tonight, just as he said, Dr. Hubert Minnis walked into the Free National Movement's convention, the leader of the party, and emerged as leader. The same for his deputy, Peter Turnquest, as the F&M's convention came to a close last night at the Melia Hotel. After 2 nights of high drama, the man who is now expected to lead that party into the 2017 general election made another plea for party unity.
Tonight we offer the olive branch once again to our sister and brother, Loretta Butler Turner, who I'm certain will be our candidate in Long Island with my full support.
Putting to rest any doubts that Long Island MP Loretta Butler Turner would get a nomination for re-election, Minnis extended the olive branch to she and her running mate, Dr. Dwayne Sands.
Each of these worthy leaders are qualified and possess the experience to help us rescue this nation and to contribute mightily to its future success. It is our hope that they will accept our offer to continue to be a valuable part of this leadership team.
It was the end of a tumultuous 3-day convention filled with drama. Surprising statements.
It is also necessary for us as a nation to consider adopting the lead of several countries in the world, which result in unwed mother having her tubes tied after having more than 2 children, which would in the end result in fewer children being born.
And dancing.
Come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more.
But in a speech much different from that of his first night, opposition and once again F&M leader Dr. Hubert Minnis laid out his plan for governance.
We can and we will win the next election. And we will use that victory as a springboard for bringing urgently, desperately needed change to our Bahamas. We live in the greatest country in the world. We have talent, tenacity, and now, at long last, we have hope.
The convention's final night also had speeches from parliamentary members.
You can expect substantially more capital available to entrepreneurs as we encourage the formation of venture capital companies to facilitate the inventions and innovations of the Bahamian people. You can expect an improvement in our educational system with the expansion of teleeducation and a standardized pattern-based math program for primary schools like Right Start Mathematics or Chalk Dust program, with a view to mastering the fields of science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM, again preparing us for the fourth industrial revolution.
But one speech that had people raving came from a young, soon-to-be mother. A speech more calm in tone, but one Astra Ambrista role used to plea for a better country for her unborn child.
To me, the stakes are too high for us to not get it right in 2017. Our country must rebound. Education reform is no longer needed, it's critical. Unemployment cannot be addressed by temporary work programs and promises of hotel worker jobs. My message tonight is not to incite fear or to bring gloom and doom. No, it's my most sincere plea to you, the voters, and to you, our leaders, to get it right for me and for all the other mothers out there that fear for our children.
Well, Minnis' challenger going into the convention explained yesterday why she and her running mate, Dr. Dwayne Sands, dropped out of the race just the same day the ballots were cast. She said for her, it was weeks of irregularities that seemed designed for their team to fail.
There was the one set of rules for one set of people and another set of rules. See, I don't mind engaging in a game as long as I know that the field is level. Even if I lose, it doesn't matter. But the terms of engagement must be agreed, and we must truly understand that these are the terms of an engagement. There were a lot of questions, and I will not back down from it. I have been saying it for weeks. The process has been flawed from the start.
She didn't go into detail about the irregularities, saying she feels they should be dealt with internally. She mentioned, though, that she had attempted to deal with some of the issues when she withheld half of her deposit for the convention until she got answers.
When I did turn over the final deposit of our funding, many of those questions still remained unanswered. I think that rather than validate a process that we had lots of questions about, and come away and people saying, oh, well, you're just talking about it now, we decided that we would abort the process and we would allow those to go in unchallenged, and hopefully we can work together to turn this party around.
Both Butler, Turner, and Sands have made numerous radio and television talk show appearances with a campaign that almost resembled that of a national campaign. So the Long Island MP was asked what she sees as her political future.
I've got the people of Long Island here. I can tell you that as far as I'm concerned, they're the ones that gave me the privilege to be where I am. Nobody made me or gave me this position except them. As long as they have my back, my political future is secure in this Bahamas. I believe they have my back. The most important thing in this entire thing is that the Bahamian people are the ones that are waiting for this party to deliver them from this PLP. And I am not going to do anything to compromise the brand of our free national movement. I just want to give that assurance. The assurance that this is not about just Loretta Butler Turner, but it's about making sure that the F&M brand is the brand that we all support and love, and that it remains the way it should be.
Well, flying to and from Florida appears to have just gotten easier. Beginning this August, Southwest Airlines will offer daily flights from Fort Lauderdale to Nassau, while JetBlue is set to introduce 2 additional daily flights from Fort Lauderdale to Nassau as well. The Ministry of Tourism has reportedly been actively pursuing negotiations for direct flights to Nassau from continental Europe and the west coast of the USA. Tyrone Sawyer is the Senior Director of Airlift Development in the Ministry of Tourism and said attracting more airlines to the Bahamas has been a pretty easy task.
In fact, we look at our airlift and we look at the amount of air seats coming into our destination, and we have what we call a great balance in the amount of air seats coming in, because you always look at how many rooms you have. And we look at the amount of rooms that we have and the amount of airlines serving our destination, and we make sure that we have enough seats coming in to fill every single room that we have over the course of a year.
Places like Marsh Harbor, Abaco, and North Eleuthera are now just 1 flight away from Atlanta, Georgia, on nonstop service on Delta. The British Airways Nassau-London route has been upgraded to 4 flights a week with some more capacity. Silver Airways has new flights to Nassau from West Palm Beach, Tampa, Jacksonville, and Naples. Sawyer told our news that within the next 5 to 10 years, we should see even more airlines coming into the Bahamas from places like Europe and Asia.
We talk with the airlines all the time, and we attend what we call the World Routes Conference, where we sit down with airlines from around the world, and they all know about the Bahamas, all have an interest in the Bahamas, and we have conversations going on right now. And we may be in a position shortly to make some announcements about new market development opportunities to our country.
He said their goal is to get the rest of the Family Islands close to the level as New Providence or Grand Bahama when it comes to flight arrivals.
Because guess where the people are coming from? Nonstop from a central hub, in this case Delta, from Atlanta. So there's no difference in the market access that Abaco enjoys, or Exuma enjoys, or Eleuthera enjoys to reaching out to the customers that they're trying to attract. And then in addition to that, you've also got nonstop service from Toronto. into Exuma. So we feel pretty good about our success in getting the airlift and the market access into Grand Bahama and the Family Islands to supplement what we've done into Nassau and Paradise Island.